Hi, welcome to this presentation. We're going to discuss what are binary options and some of the levels of risk that are involved with this type of trading. Now, what are binary options? Well, binary options are estimates of underlying assets performance during a given time frame. And to understand binary option trading, let's first take a look at how investing in the common trading market works. The most forms of investment, the investors actually purchases the asset they invest in. And the value of the profit and loss is determined upon the changing value of the asset. Now, if the investor sells the asset back to the market whenever its value increases, then they're making a profit. And if they sell the asset back to the market when its value decreases, then their money is lost. Now, and that's very common. This type of investment requires the investor to constantly worry about when to sell the asset and get out of the market to avoid exposing his entire account to the market stability. So maybe binary option trading is a simpler way of doing this. And in the options, we trade in the on of the market and not in the in of the market, like other trading methods. And thus the amount of psychological stress isn't expressed, as you are just predicting the asset's movement for a predetermined time frame. Now, let's talk about the definition of the binary options. Now, the word binary stands for having two parts. Generally speaking, all you need to do is predict either call or put. Binary option trading has only two investment possibilities for you to predict. And then you choose between them. One investment possibility is expressed when you predict that the price of the asset will rise. This type of investment is named call. The other possibility is presented when you predict that the price of the asset will fall. This type of investment is named put. Now, choosing an asset is the first step of your investment. For instance, if you have an interest in gold prices, let's say, you may choose to place a binary investment in gold. Obviously, the more familiar you're with the gold market, the better your chances are of successfully predicting the fluctuations of gold prices. Now, what assets can be traded in binary options? Well, there's a lot of them. Now, you can trade in the indices such as NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the FTSE, the Nikkei, and there's many more of them. Or there's even the Forex market, which is the combinations of all the major currencies, such as the American dollar, the European euro, the Great Britain pound, the Japanese yen, and the Australian dollar, etc. And also there's commodities. You can trade in gold, silver, oil, corn, coffee, and many more. And of course, there's stocks. And over 50 of the biggest companies in the world from a variety of industries are available out there to choose from. Amongst them such as like Google, the Dutch Bank, Coca-Cola, and more. Now, where can you learn how to trade? Well, many market trading brokers provide novice and experienced traders as a valuable resource for learning and improving your binary options, options trading and strategies. Um, they have such as trading, say, with fake money on a trading software. If you're interested in doing this type of trading, I would highly recommend looking into these types of learning tools because it'll give you a better idea on how to work with the markets. Um, and it will always help you to do better than relying on just your gut feeling and luck. Now, let's see, how do you trade? Well, you begin by choosing a market trading brokerage firm and you deposit money into an account. Then you pick an asset you wish to invest in. Let's say you're in fact interested in the silver market. If you think that the price of silver is going to rise in the next hour, you simply decide how much you want to invest. The time frame in this case, say 1 hour. The consequence of these actions could mean 100% profit or a predetermined amount, or the loss of on your behalf, which would be a complete loss of your investment. Now, you can open an account and start trading right away, or if you'd like to try trading for practice purposes, I still recommend using the binary option demo platforms that a lot of these brokerages offer. Um, okay, so after saying that, I need to caution you and warn you about something. Do your research, read the fine print, read their policies and their agreements fully before you commit into depositing any money into any of these brokerage accounts. And there's a big reason why. Because like over 80% of these brokers are not even regulated. They're out of the United States, and the United States has one of the highest regulation systems for dealing or keeping the consumer safe. Now, let's see. Let's go to, well, much of the binary options market operates through internet-based trading platforms that are not necessarily complying with these applicable U.S. regulatory requirements, like I was saying, and maybe be engaged in illegal activities. Now, I would check out the Security and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. They have the highest regulations concerning these binary option trading companies, and useful information. Now, let's take a look at the scamadvisory.com. This is a really interesting site because it gives you a really clear idea on the risk that you're taking with these particular brokerages. Now, for an example, I put optech.com. Now, optech.com, they've been around quite a few years, and they did originally based out in the United States. Now, since the commission got in there, and they had some conflicts with them, apparently they had moved their offices over to United Kingdom, and now they're just doing a little bit of a little skip and a jump so they could continue to do what they're doing without being regulated by the commissions. Now, I put their name into the scamadvisory.com. This is a really good site. I would recommend using this if you're looking for a broker that you want to get involved with. And it came up with the optech.com is a really high risk of dealing with. They're not trusted. There's a lot of other information here that you'd be interested in reading, and it would give you a better idea. So that's something I would recommend. Anyway, although if you're still interested in the trading, I wish the best of luck to you, because my belief is, and from what I've seen and I've come to understand, binary option trading is a big gamble, and you're taking a huge risk. There's a lot of advertising on the internet and YouTube about these different brokerages, and they're all affiliated with overseas brokerage companies, and so there's a lot of risk involved when you're dealing with those kinds of places, and there's got something to be said for why they try to hide their locations, etc. So anyway, if you're still interested in that kind of thing, I would just take some of this information and use it to your best ability to find out, so you're keeping yourself safe. You don't want to be investing your hard-earned money and then losing it so quickly, just based on what these companies tell you. Now, although if you're still interested in making money online, and it's the binary option things doesn't sound really what you want to do, I've got an alternative, and if you're interested in it, I'll leave a link to a business that I'm involved with, and I'm making money. And it's this type of business. It's based on the same kind of strategy as these big businesses like McDonald's and A&W use. It's the same strategy exactly, and it's based on picking up a franchise, and you're not investing a ton of money. They actually have this 7-day plan where you pay $7 for 7 days, and they give you the whole uh, package, business package, to try out for the 7 days. And it's a really good deal because you get an idea what's going on with it, and if you feel comfortable with it, you can stick it out. And then I believe after that, it's a $47 a month membership that you'd pay to continue on with it. Now, like I say, if that interests you, I'll leave a link at the bottom of this video. Just click on that link, and all you got to do is enter your email, and it'll forward you to a site and a video or so you can get a better idea what it's about. And believe me, it's a lot better than messing around with these binary options trading platforms. At least you can work towards a residual income, and it's work your own hours type of thing. So there's huge benefits to that. So anyway, I hope you got something from this video, and I appreciate you watching it. And yeah, thank you very much.